I pronounced every English word wrong on purpose. My English teacher kept calling me X, even though my name is Xiao Yue. I had been in her class for 3 months, and she had only said my name right maybe twice. Every roll call, every class discussion, every time she handed back papers, it was always just X or sometimes Zoe for no reason at all. I corrected her at least 15 times the first week alone. Actually, it's pronounced Xiao Yue. She would nod like she understood, but then call me X again 5 minutes later. I tried writing it phonetically on every assignment, and I even recorded myself saying it on my phone and played it for her, but nothing worked. She wasn't the only one either. My math teacher straight up refused to even try and just called me sweetheart. The principal called me Shikshi at the honor roll assembly in front of 300 people. My guidance counselor, who was supposedly writing my college recommendation letter, called me a different name every single meeting like she was playing some sort of racist bingo game. I was venting to my best friend about it at lunch, and she gave me the best idea. What if you just started pronouncing English words the way they are spelled? Maybe it will make her realize how stupid she sounds when she says your name wrong. On Monday morning, I volunteered to read first during our Shakespeare unit. I stood up and started reading with complete confidence. To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrage us fortune. She stopped me immediately, her eye twitching like she was having a stroke. The word is question, not question. I looked at her innocently. Oh, sorry. English pronunciation is really hard for me. Just like how Xiao Yue is impossible for you. She turned red but told me to continue. Conscience does make cowards of us all. She slammed her book shut. It is pronounced conscience with a sh sound, not conscience. I tilted my head, acting sincerely confused. But that's not how it is spelled though. If science is science, why isn't conscience conscience? These rules make no sense. She was getting frustrated, but she couldn't explain it without sounding like she was a hypocrite. The next day, I really popped off during our vocabulary review. She had us reading the words out loud, and I pronounced every single one exactly as spelled. I said epitome instead of epitome, hyperbole instead of hyperbole, and colonel instead of colonel. She kept correcting me and getting more and more frustrated each time. You are doing this on purpose. I shrugged. English pronunciation rules are just too complicated and inconsistent. I can't keep track of all the exceptions. Other kids with Chinese names started catching on and joining in. My friend Hao Yu started pronouncing the P in psychology, and Kaoxiang started pronouncing the L in salmon. By Thursday, she had heard enough. She literally threw her whiteboard marker across the room and said I was being purposely disrespectful and disrupting her class. The whole room went dead silent. I stood up slowly and delivered the line I had been practicing in the mirror all week. You have spent over 3 months teaching us about respecting literature from other cultures while refusing to spend 3 seconds learning your actual students' names. I am not being disrespectful. I am just showing you exactly what you do to me every single day. Her face went from red to purple. That's completely different and you know it. I pulled out my phone and showed her my notes app. Is it though? Because I have a list here. You have correctly pronounced Nabokov, Beowulf, Jacques, and Tolkien this week alone. But my name, which is just 2 syllables, is somehow impossible for you to say correctly? You want to know what the real difference is? Those authors are dead white men you pretend to care about. I'm a living, breathing Asian student you actually have to care about. Someone behind me whispered, holy shit. She dragged me to the principal's office practically shaking with rage, but when we got there and she explained the situation, even the principal looked uncomfortable. He asked me to explain my side, and I calmly said I was struggling with English's inconsistent pronunciation rules, just like how she struggles with pronouncing Chinese names. The principal sent us both back to class with no punishment. The next week, she actually started trying to pronounce everyone's names correctly, but I kept mispronouncing English words for the rest of the semester.